Welcome back to the Huddle. Let's jump in and have a look at the trades that we're going to make for round 15. So looking at the buy planning tool here on the NRL Supercoach stats website, you can see my team listed from round 12 up to 15 for this round, and all I've done is clicked on this arrow and it's transferred my team into the round 15 slot. At the moment it says I've got 14 players available, but Cam Smith is playing Origin and Jared Wallace is also playing Origin, so you click on those boxes and now you can see I've only got 12 players available. So I'm going to make 4 trades. I want to get up to 16 players, which I think is a decent amount of players for this round. So the first trade, we're going to get rid of Jared Wallace as he's going to miss rounds 15 and 18, and we're going to bring in Jack de Belin. Now, I know de Belin is in the Origin picture, and especially with Tyson Frizzell saying that he's getting a pain-killing injection there for that game. We'll keep an eye on the news, and if anything goes wrong, we'll pull the plug on that trade, but at the moment, it seems that Jack de Belin is going to line up for round 15. The second trade, we're going to get rid of Yates. He's just been plodding along, made a bit of cash, but very much a slow burner. And we're going to get in Nathan Brown from the Eels. Now, Nathan Brown has around a 59-point average, and he has a low break even. The only downside for Nathan Brown is he hasn't had a buy yet. And you can see here, round 16 and round 19, he has a buy. So hopefully, we should be able to cover him for those rounds, but it looks like it could be the time right now to jump on him. The third trade we're going to make is getting rid of Tautau Moga. He's made a lot of cash. We're going to get in Curtis Scott from the Melbourne Storm. Now, if you type in here Curtis Scott, unfortunately he hasn't played a game this year, so he's not listed in here. So let's call him Tyrone Roberts-Davis just for the moment. So just remembering there that is Curtis Scott. He's around 140,000, so he's not quite base price, but he is quite low there. Now, the final trade, I know I've only bought Croker in recently, but Joey Leilua seems to have found a bit of form. He has a low break even, and Jared Croker has a high break even. He is going to miss round 15 and 18. I was originally going to bring in Tohu Harris. It would have been a bit more of a safe option there. He is named in the centres though. That has put me off him a bit. So I'm going to bring in a bit of a risky option. We're going to bring in Lawler here from the Tigers. Now, I know the Tigers' attack isn't great, but he has a very low break even, and he is kicking there at the Tigers. So hopefully he'll be a bit of a stepping stone to someone in round 18 or 19, maybe a Panther or a Manly player. His round 16 and 17 fixtures are also looking nice, so it's a bit of a risk there. Hopefully he's a bit of a pod option and scores quite well, especially with that goal kicking. So there we go. We have 16 players available this week, and I've also got 314,000 in the bank for next week. So let's just have a quick look how we're looking for the next few rounds. Click over there. I can unclick Cam Smith now because we know he's going to be available next week. Anthony Milford will not be available because he's injured. But the plan is, let's just say I would love to bring in Cleary. So I'm going to move Johnson down there because Cleary is halfback only. And let's put Cleary up in there. And then the second trade would be great. I should have enough cash to get rid of Matangi. I want to bring in Marty Tapau there from Manly. He's going great. So let's have a look through here. Do we need to click on someone that we know is not playing? Well, Tyrone Roberts-Davis, aka Curtis Scott. Chambers will be coming back, and he will probably be unlikely to get a run, but just to see how many numbers. Let's say he doesn't play, and let's say Watene Zelezniak. Teddy comes back. Nguama goes back there into the centre wing area, and so let's say Watene Zelezniak doesn't get another game. So we should there still have 17. So jumping ahead, round 17, no buys. That one should be a good week, hopefully. And then looking at round 18, have to click on Cameron Smith there. Scrolling down. I've only got 12 players available there at the moment, but the plan will be to downgrade Brayley to Brandon Smith, and it will hopefully be his third game to make a bit of money. But once Cam Smith comes back, he should just be enough there sitting on the bench. And then looking down, it might be a good idea. Hopefully Lawler here has made a bit of cash, and we can go to Mansour. Worst comes to worst, I could just go Joey Leilua to Mansour, and we might enough Watene Zelezniak. Just going to say Kenseo, just representing enough there. So hopefully we could have around 15 players for that week there. And the last round, having a look here, Kenseo is going to be enough there. So I've only got 15, but hopefully we'll have enough cash maybe to upgrade an Adam Elliott to maybe a Jake Trbojevic or a Corey Norman up to a Jonathan Thurston, or even a Semirad Radra, maybe go him to Tommy Trbojevic. So again, that's just a quick overlook on the rounds coming up. Hopefully we'll be able to have enough players for each of these rounds. I know it's risky bringing in Brown here, but it looks like we'll be able to cover him for next week. But who knows, remember round 13 when Cam Smith didn't back up? That would be frustrating as I'd already be down to 16 players. But let's hope for the best. That's the plan for this week. We've got Jack de Belin, Nathan Brown, Lolohea, and Curtis Scott. So looking at the team from round 15, it's nice to have some guns like Taumalolo, Paul Gallen, and Sam Burgess. I do have to play the likes of Matangi and Brayley, who may only get around the 30 to 40 mark, but who knows, they may cross over for a try this week. And in the back line there, Curtis Scott and Malachi Watene-Zelezniak. Now, being centre wings, they could just cross over for a try, and hopefully they will. Hopefully they'll step up for the big bye round. The vice captain this week is going to be on Taumalolo. He had a bit of a low week last week, but with Cohen Hess and Gavin Cooper absent from the team, hopefully he'll just step up big time. And the captain for this week is Paul Gallen. He averages 77.3 for the year and has a slightly better 3-round average of 78.3. He's versing the Tigers this week, and over the past few years, he has a beautiful 87.5 average against them. There is a possible shower, but it's only meant to be up to around 0.4 of a mil. So he should be good to go. And don't forget, as most teams this week won't be fielding a full 17, and we don't have those auto emergency nightmares on the bench there, we can utilize our captain and vice captain choice, as through the vice captain loophole, we can lock in those vice captain points if they go huge. So essentially, we're getting 2 goes at getting a massive double score. So let me know in the comments below whether you agree with my trades. Let me know what trades you're doing for this week. Am I totally forgetting someone who has amazing buy coverage? I was extremely close to getting Tohu Harris in. However, going Lola here, it frees up enough cash for me to get Cleary and Muddy to pound next week. Don't forget to check those team lists 1 hour before the game. I hope you managed to post a decent score this week. Let's go.